What's going on, good people of the North and the South and the East and the West? This is Unsportsmanlike Conduct, episode number 76. 76th episodes in as we hit this turn here. Travis Kelce's travel agent right above me there. What's going on, my friend?
Not
Behind.
Trying to get used to this new space I'm in. It's kind of weird over here.
How's it feel?
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I came up with the graphics last week. I think that's what got me the move up in the little quadrant here. And then this week I come with no graphics, so I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be short lived. Apparently, gonna get demoted back to the bottom again.
All right, Timmy, who's hiding behind our logo for a second. What's going on, Timmy T?
I got sugar-free bazooka.
Oh,
and it's phenomenal because it tastes exactly like old school bazooka when you were a kid, but it will not give you the diabetes. So it's great.
Diabetes. All right. So Dave was here. Now he's not. So we're gonna get started without him, and hopefully he reappears here. But I guess we should start with what's going on in the world of baseball. We're into the league championship series for both. And if I sound a little depressed, I am a little depressed. Diamondbacks, give me a fight. Put up a fight. I hate the atmosphere there. I hate baseball. I hate Philadelphia. I hate the Phillies. I hate Bryce Harper. I hate the ball boy of the Phillies. And I hate
What did Bryce Harper do to you?
The future daughter or son of Bryce Harper. I hate them all.
Wow. Whoa. Kind of personal.
Just I don't know if it's from being down here or if it's just because of or if it's just because of what I just spoke about, but I just felt like a sudden urge to like murder somebody. And the Phillies have me so flustered that we haven't played the opening video. Can we do that, please, before we start talking about sports?
I just had the greatest idea ever, and I think it'll make Steve's week next week. I'm going to get Dave to redo the opening video with just Bryce Harper highlights. And he's going to leave it there to where it looks like it's the same one. The audio will be the same. And like at the end where it says acknowledge me, it's just going to be Bryce Harper standing there.
See what heart attack.
What if, like, for me
Dave
right now,
like
at the beginning of the year, it's you know, expectations, the Mets, great stuff. Expectations are dashed. Now it was Phillies and Braves. Remember what my hope was that they'd beat the shit out of each other, and then the Dodgers would swoop on in. But no, the Dodgers get swept by the Diamondbacks, number one. And then on last week, we did the season finale, the Put in the Book show. And the guys said, you have some faith in the Diamondbacks. I said, no. Why would I have faith in the Diamondbacks? There's Dave Mello. What's going on, sir?
Nothing.
Looking dapper and pink.
Thank you.
Is that an Inter Miami jacket?
It is.
Sick.
Yeah, so I didn't have any faith in the Diamondbacks, nor should anybody have had any faith. in the Diamondbacks. And screw baseball. If anybody has anything else to say, go for it.
I know you hate them, but they are a fucking fun bunch to watch, man. They are. They're a fun bunch. I don't care. I'm having a good time watching these guys wreak havoc on the National League right now. Are they going to win? I don't know. I think Texas and Houston are both better suited to win, but come on, man. Phillies fanatic, having a lot of fun. I mean, screw those fans, but team is fun to watch. And hey, and let me just say, wow, man, this is just take the Phillies fanatic out of it. He's just a helpless guy, a bird.
Not the guy in there,
thing,
but
whatever he is. What is he anyway? What is he?
He's nothing.
But again, you're talking about, like you say, you're talking about the Mets, right? But the Yankees too. Why are the Yankees getting brought into this? They're always brought into it. You know, you could have had Bryce Harper. He was a big fan, and shut the fuck up.
No.
You know, he wasn't coming. He wasn't coming. He was never coming. Don't give me that bullshit. Enjoy your run. Stop going on talking about the Yankees. Just move on.
Jeez. All right. Well, at least the silver lining, as we kind of, I don't know if we said it before, right before the show started, but Max Scherzer in his Ranger playoff debut gives up 5 runs in 4 innings, 5 hits allowed, gets roughed up. And
you said that was a good thing?
That's a great thing.
On his end.
So
Come on
you're
now.
rooting for the Astros? Rooting for the Astros.
It's one game. It's one game. Oh, and by the way, let's go Rangers to come back and win the game. I'm in. That's max out lit up.
Make sure you get that all out there first.
Sorry.
I mean, let's be real. Steve must be loving this series. You know, getting to see Verlander on one side, Scherzer on the other. He must be.
Who's going to win?
I don't mind Verlander. Verlander went out the right way, at least.
But you got Verlander or Scherzer going to face the Phillies. So, yeah, I can understand why he's a little irate.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Let me ask you a serious question. Do you hate their throwback jerseys too? Because I think those are like some of the nicest throwback jerseys around.
I love the powder blue fucking jerseys.
Oh my god, those jerseys are beautiful.
Oh, let's have a Philly love fest. Why don't we?
Just
what
saying,
else do you love about the Phillies?
Those are great jerseys.
I would actually wear a Mike Schmidt powder blue jersey. I like those jerseys.
I was about to say, you want to pull up Mike Schmidt stats and go through those too?
we can if you want to.
I don't want to. No, I don't.
I think Trey Turner is hitting over 500 in the postseason. Did you know that, Steve?
Oh, and it's all because we gave him a standing ovation. Shut up. Like,
I mean, they're filled with a bunch of good guys there. Like, I don't know
why. Oh, tremendous. They're all tremendous people. Tremendous.
Come on.
People.
In a wonderful town.
Like nice
wonderful fans.
Wonderful town. Love that place. Philadelphia.
Hey, you know, Nick Castellanos, you know, what a guy.
Oh, with the kid. Give me a break. I want to vomit.
What does that mean doing attacking people's children tonight? This is we take you out of the top corner and you're just losing.
I'm a lunatic. I'm a lunatic now.
Go back top left. Go back top left.
Yeah, I think we need to switch. You're going way too far here.
Wasn't that moment with Castellanos' son so great?
See, look how calm he is. Look how calm he is.
You're not you when you're not in the top left.
All right. So the Rangers are mounting their comeback. Maybe they got to run on first to lead off the fifth. Let's see what we got there. Terzio chimes in with a Jets, and an FML. I'm sure that was for the Phillies.
Hey, can Terzio explain to me why a team that's 3-3 is trading away players? Just curious. I'm just asking. Just wondering why a team that has playoff hopes is trading players away. Just wondering.
I know I just put the baseball thing up as we're.
Sorry, we'll go back. We'll get
no. I just put the baseball thing up. I'm delayed. It's a me thing. It's Well,
we didn't talk about the other
thing.
series a lot. We could go talk about that real quick if you want.
Such anger. Such anger for this.
Just hold on. We'll take care of this.
Brotherly love. Such anger.
He's about to restart the show and play the opening all over again.
Reset. No,
Dave, I need you to edit the opening video to just be Bryce Harper highlights for next week, and then end it with the Philly fanatic.
I love all my co-hosts. Wow. Oh, Terzio said all the like even Verlander. Wow. Okay. I thought Verlander went out pretty well. I thought he said the right things. And unlike Max Scherzer, well, I spoke to the Mets management and they said they're not doing anything until 2026. Hey, all you free agents, don't bother signing with them in the next couple of years. They're not going for anything. Don't do that, Max.
What should he lie to his fellow, colleagues like that?
You don't say it on in your press conference. That's not a thing. You go and talk to other people about it. But no. The other thing is that what Verlander's a diva because his wife is an actress, so she knows what it's like to be a diva, even though she ain't.
She's not an actress. She's a model who just
she's a model.
Act in certain things
and dances. That's how she became. Remember the Cat Daddy dance back in the day. I do know that she
had a good comeback too.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, and, she did. She did. Flip off the Philly fan, wasn't that? No.
Yeah.
So I like her. I like her. I'm into her. Not that way. All right. So
Steve has an aneurysm.
All right.
The Rangers. All right. We got a 2-run shot here. 5-2.
Right, we got to specify what Rangers. At least for the next.
Yes, because month. Because you said at least the Rangers won the other day, and I was like, "What?" And you were talking about these Rangers on Sunday.
The New York.
The Texas Rangers have cut into the Houston Astros lead. It's now 5-2. We'll keep you up to date on what's going on there. Terzio, go back and see what Max said after you have them flipped. You have them switched. Your brain is, whatever that other guy said, misremembering things. All right, let's switch gears here.
He gets confused sometimes.
Yeah, it's a little.
He thinks Joe Namath is a fucking Hall of Fame quarterback. We all know he's not. So it's all right.
I mean, technically he is, but
technically
you shouldn't get in the Hall of Fame with a losing record and stats that are just well below
50 more interceptions and touchdowns.
Yeah, thank you.
50.
Let's move on. Okay.
50. All right. Let's move on from talking about the divas in the comments. Let's talk about some divas in the NBA here. James Harden. Mello's like, yeah, but
I know exactly where you were going with it too.
James Harden, doesn't attend practice with the Sixers ongoing. This has been ongoing all year. Feels Timmy.
Why are you Mr. Moderna?
Because Mr. Pfizer is up there.
That was the shot I got, so I'll be Mr. Moderna.
Okay.
I would have thought for sure you would have been Johnson & Johnson.
Let's talk about this giant bearded bastard because I hate him so much.
James Harden, this has been an ongoing thing all off season. Not his first rodeo when it comes to stuff like this. But what's the latest here? The latest I've heard is talk with the Clippers. Sides are being hard-headed on Harden. What's going on, Mr. Moderna? And do the Heat swoop in here?
So he had obviously said that he wanted to go to the Clippers after all this mumbo jumbo happened with Mr. Morey. And today he didn't report to camp. Allegedly, he's still in Houston. And I guess he's trying to do exactly what he did last when he was in Houston to get himself out of there.
Yep.
And I'm trying to find this stat that showed me what the Clippers, well, not what the Clippers, what the Phillies 76ers wanted. And their asking price allegedly was 2 first-round picks and Terrence Mann from the Clippers, which I think is nothing. And then obviously, the Heat, they lost all this Dame lottery or whatever you want to call it. Thank God. So now, of course, they're obviously always linked with everyone. So now the talk has been like, oh, maybe the Heat can swoop in. They can get rid of Lowry here, some picks, and get Jimmy some help.
You would make that deal, Dave?
I love Harden, even though all his off the field stuff, off the court stuff has been bad.
For a lethal dose of poison, you really want to do that to your team?
I'll do it because it's going to be a 1 year, and why not? What is it going to hurt? Get Jimmy some help. Get Bam some help. Someone that's going to be able to facilitate the ball better, and who can possibly actually play the whole season. Where Tyler Hero might get hurt. I don't think he's the answer.
You would trade Hero for him? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying like get him more, like get them help, because I don't think Hero is going to be that push now, because now that Hero's healthy, he's going to do so well when he hasn't really done much for us. Anyway.
But I'm saying who would you trade for him theoretically?
I would get rid of Lowry for sure, and then picks if it has to be Hero. I don't see them taking Hero just because they have Maxey, yeah, which they love so much. So I don't think they would want Hero. I would maybe consider one of our young guys. Probably not Triple J, but maybe Jovic. But I would definitely want to offload Lowry's contract. That he needs to go.
I would do Lowry and like maybe a pick or two, and that's it. I don't know that I'd offer him any more than that. They have no leverage. Nobody has leverage in the situation. It's just a bad situation.
Yeah, but at least it's not like the Lillard situation where he was going to show up to camp and still play it through. Harden clearly showing that he will not go that far. He's not going there.
Not going near Embiid. Yeah. Get me out of here. At least he's got the right idea to get the hell out of Philly. Can't blame him. Can't fault him for that.
We're going to keep coming back to Philly all night, guys.
Yep.
Someone's hooked on Philly tonight.
Terzo said this is the only sport where the players tell the general manager who they want to play for, or forcing their word. Adam Silver was with Stephen A. Smith today. I didn't hear the full interview, but I did kind of grasp on to him saying, I'm not going to be naive about it and say it's not happening, but I did also kind of hear him say he wishes it would happen, behind closed doors. He said this has been going on for a long time, but now it's just, I guess the players are getting bold and you go out in public with it, and now you get your backing, your Twitter followers to boost that whole thing up and whatnot. Whereas before it was all behind closed doors.
Nothing happens behind closed doors anymore, though. Here, anything.
Yeah. Anywhere.
Did Harden say where he actually wants to go? He just wants. That's his MO. Is it? I just want out.
Correct.
I just want out. But he didn't say where.
No, I don't. In the NBA, I don't think you're technically allowed to like outright ask for a trade. I think that's against the rules, if I'm not mistaken. You get fined for it. Because who was it? There was someone that got fined for it just recently. For asking for a trade. You can't publicly ask for a trade, so your agent has to do it for you.
That's why Lillard had his agent talking to everyone, making every single phone call, because he had to be mum's the word. He should have just made a rap song.
Yeah,
Drop that could be deemed he said it then.
Subtle hints.
He was just going on Instagram Live playing Will Smith's Miami, for no reason.
Subtle.
Poor Will Smith, by the way.
I've heard there's a lot of similarities between Miami and Milwaukee this time of year, so that's cool.
Fuck Will Smith. Will Smith is done.
We don't have to get into that one.
Yeah, we don't have to get into Will Smith. This is a sports show, guys. Come on.
Why are we talking about? Where's Will Smith from?
I was gonna say, why are we talking about a kid from West Philadelphia?
Don't do that. Raised. All right, let's move on from this.
This needs to be the Philly show.
The score of the baseball game right now is 5-2, heading to the sixth. All right, let's move on off of it. All right, so what do you guys think? Clippers, Heat, mystery team. Always a mystery team.
Can we talk about the fact that Daryl Morey might be really terrible as a general manager?
If they don't, I don't know what they're gonna do. Well, he's gonna do to keep his job, because I don't think if Harden goes, I don't see Embiid staying there long.
I don't think Embiid's staying there long, regardless. At this point, I think the clock has started, and we're just a matter of time before the trade request comes in.
it's gonna be once he gets together with that Olympic team, seeing, oh look, I kind of like how so and so plays. Oh, we match up really well, better.
Has he said he's going to play for the U.S. team?
Yep,
He is going to play for him?
he's playing for the U.S. team. So
that's going to be a loaded roster.
Yeah, right now that team looks bananas. Ain't no way they're losing this time.
Yeah, heard that before.
Knock on some wood there.
Well, for FIBA, they had a bunch of guys that probably shouldn't have been there. But after the loss of FIBA, that's when Steve's boy LeBron James came out and was like, "Oh, I want to play, and I'm going to recruit, the Monstars over here for Team USA."
By the way, I think we should have a graphic for Steve's boy of the week because everyone's always let's be LeBron. LeBron is just Steve's boy of the week.
Kirk Cousins.
No, that's your actual that's your family member. He's never your boy. He's
I wish I got that source to borrow some money. I wish. All right, let's get into a little bit of football. If was there anybody else that you want to talk about? So this has to happen within 2 weeks.
Well, no, they kept Ben Simmons well into the season.
Yeah, sorry. If we want a conclusion to this drama, it has to happen within the next couple of weeks.
Based on Daryl Morey's track record, I don't think we're going to get a trade in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams out there rooting, not even if they're not involved in the Harden sweepstakes, that want to be involved in the Embiid sweepstakes, that are rooting for that trade to happen quick. So
it's like another team in New York, right?
I don't want to go there because just remember, that's my final hope. That's my hope right now. If I had to think that 15 years ago, I would say in 2023 my sports team hope would be the New York Knicks.
Well, no, because you guys still have a chance at Mitchell, because apparently he's happy in his situation now in Cleveland. So maybe that opens up again for you, and you get your heart ripped out from you by Mitchell 2 times.
I don't think he finishes the season in Cleveland.
No,
who would want to?
I don't think so.
Cleveland.
They looked really good the first half of the year last year.
Yeah, I know they did.
They looked like a legit team, and then they just kind of fell apart.
Yeah. Oh, what about did we all see the video when all these old school players were at the Knicks game? Raymond Felton.
Talking about, I thought you were talking about Charles Oakley.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
No, I wasn't making a joke. Even though
I thought you were, that's where I thought, oh, here we go.
No. Well, I mean, it was a little bit of a joke because Ray Felton, he's been eating them biscuits.
Oh yeah, well he was never
Ray Felton looks like someone ate Ray Felton.
Hey, that first season with Stoudemire, that was a great season out of him. And then
What'd you guys make, like the second round that year?
I don't remember.
No, they lost in the first two.
Oh, that was the first round. Then the next time we went with Melo and Stat, it was when we beat Boston.
You went to the second round and then lost to the Pacers, and then the next year you lost to the Heat.
That Heat series, that was LeBron's biggest flop of his life. That flagrant foul Tyson Chandler at midcourt.
I would say that there was one when they played the Bulls one year where Naz Mohammed walked up to him and he flew backwards. I think that's still my favorite LeBron flop. Naz Mohammed didn't even touch him. He just walked up to him and LeBron just goes and flies backwards.
But he doesn't flop. He doesn't know how to teach you that.
I wonder if on FanDuel they'll have the odds for most.
I was just about to ask that. Who gets the first one?
Flopping technical.
Over under 15.
That's something he will definitely beat Jordan in. Lopping.
Here it is. Let me pull this up. This is ridiculous. This is flagrant how much of a flop this was. Take a look at this.
I love him.
See, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed again.
I love when we go to clips. I love it.
Where's my? Here it is. Let's get it up in there. Here we go. Take a look at this. This is Flop City here.
A much more aggressive team. And a hard screen on Chandler. And they're going to call a flagrant foul on him.
Absurd.
James. What
Look
is
at him.
it, Chandler? That's going to be his.
They called it a flagrant?
It happened right here. In
He's
front
such
of
a bad actor.
James, obviously.
James obviously hurt.
And Chandler set that foul.
They just showed the replay on the big screen.
Like
Watch when they show the replay.
I mean, he pushed him. But
Whiplash, Steve. Come on, like when you get into a car accident.
They call
Look, watch in slow motion.
Oh, come on. What kind of
Look at that going down.
What is that? Look, he falls forward and then back. Oh my
I
god!
don't know. His head snapped pretty
He's
hard
not
there. I
expecting
don't know.
it to be screened. It's not because of what Chandler
Listen to
did that
Gundy.
was so flagrant. You can't adjust to the reaction.
it was clearly a foul. As he
Hey, what does
leaned
that
into
say in the
him.
bottom right of the video there? What does that say? Can you go back to it?
Oh, what did it say? Sorry.
Look, it was a foul.
Just read it.
But that dude,
Just read it. You don't have to pull it back up. Just read it.
Ow. LeBron James's massive flop.
No. On the video itself, there was something in the bottom right there.
Like like the watermark, like whatever site or whoever was posting it, what they're called.
I love that he didn't even see it.
ABC.
No,
Nope.
not
Oh
network.
my god!
The person who
Get
posted the
outta
video.
here. What? For real?
I missed it.
That just happened.
I missed
say
it.
it for the audience at home watching.
Give the person
account-
credit who made the YouTube video.
Yeah.
The account is called 609 Phillies.
It's a sign from above.
Oh, now I see the watermark. Now it was covered by the play button and stuff. And
This
like
is actually fun. This is the 76th episode of Unsportsmanlike Conduct.
That's really funny. This is great. Yeah,
What is the chance of them
fantastic. What a great
The team
All
of
right.
destiny.
Let's talk some football because that's so much better right
Let's
now.
start with the Eagles.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, hey, they lost this week, right?
That's right.
They did lose to the Jets. Sons of bitches. Just going through, there weren't. We could stop at some of these games. I don't know if you guys want to talk about any specifics, but 49ers and Browns was one. Obviously, it stood out. Browns defense is standing out at historic levels.
I do want to talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead. Please.
Remember how last week I said I was going to wait a week before I decided if I was going to make any changes or not? Like I did this 2 weeks ago. I said I may be ready to give up on Daniel Jones. I'm going to wait a week. And then I changed my mind because I did some more research. And I said I may be ready to concede on Brock Purdy last week. And I'm going to wait a week. Yeah. I'm 2 for 2. I'm glad I wait a week.
on hitting the pause button.
Fucking bum.
Wow.
No.
He didn't lose him the game. It was Moody.
He 100% lost of the game.
No.
He had like 70 yards passing with like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
It wasn't great.
He lost like 2 of his big weapons.
They don't. George Kittle doesn't play for them. He's not an All-Pro. Brandon Ayuk hasn't been to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
They don't have a second-round pick at receiver or a second.
How would
pick at
Tua
receiver
do if
down
he
the
lost
depth chart?
Tyreek and Mostert?
Ooh.
They don't have guys like Elijah Mitchell.
Like that.
Oh, I don't know. They've
this.
lost 3 running backs this year, and they just keep running the ball pretty okay.
Because
I don't know.
still have
You're telling me.
Tyreek, who apparently needs to drink more water.
By the way, he's on pace for 2,300 receiving yards. I don't know if anyone knows that.
Yeah.
2,300
By the way-
receiving yards.
He won't get
By
it.
the way, with Cheetah, I don't know if you saw this, but Stephen A. Smith was talking about wide receivers and whatnot. He was talking about him, and now while I will agree that Tua can dump it off 5 yards and Cheetah can go 70 with it. The funny thing of it was that Stephen A. Smith was saying this. Oh, he dumps it off for 6 yards and he takes it the rest of it while they were showing clips of 35, 40-yard bombs being thrown. So a little contradictory there, Stephen A. But so you're saying that the loss of those weapons he should have still been able to overcome it. I think the last drive was fine. Losing the weapons changes the game plan a little bit. But at the end of it all, he put the team in a position to win the game. And kickers, man, kickers. If I was a head coach and we lost the game because of a field goal miss, I don't even know. I don't even know what I would do.
His entire family's never going to a game again.
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
right.
family
The
was
whole
there.
damn family was there. My
And he
God,
misses 2. He hadn't missed any all year, and he misses 2.
nightmare. Absolute
Purdy
nightmare.
was 12 of 27, by the way. If anyone was
Yeah, no,
counting.
he obviously not a good game out of him. But let's see how he bounces back, and we'll talk about that moving forward here. You want to touch on Eagles Jets here? Some of these quarterbacks ain't looking like the quarterbacks we thought that they were going to be. Burrow's starting to turn around a little bit, get a little bit more healthy, but Hurts hasn't been Hurts or what was expected. Certainly not from a fantasy perspective. But if you have Goff, he's a top 5 guy in fantasy.
He's on my quarterback in 6-point touchdown league.
He's on my bench. Imagine that.
Look at it. I don't want to talk about that either. Why did I come on the show today? 0-6, ladies and gentlemen. 0-6. I'm just gonna cancel sports. You guys take over.
Wait, is this a true statement by Raul?
That
was
Raul
the first time they beat the Eagles?
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah, first time in franchise history.
My God, they're such a garbage organization.
Yeah.
No offense, Frank or anyone else, but damn, how the hell is that the first victory you've had against them? You've been around since dinosaurs.
Quite a long time. So obviously that's a big upset there. The Giants almost pulled it out against Buffalo. Had a couple of miscues there. I'm not going to say that the game itself would have been different if Jones was in there, but I guarantee you Jones is not audible out of that passing play into a run play at the 1-yard line.
You're right. He would have just forgotten what he was supposed to run, like he did the previous week in Miami.
We'll just ignore the fact that they were trying to run a passing play with 3 fucking tight ends on the field. The play wouldn't have worked regardless.
But you don't know that.
I do.
You
I've
don't.
seen the play calling this season. I
understand that, but anything can happen on any play. Anything can get botched up at the line.
No, not the plays this guy's been calling.
So, in spite of what he says, Daniel Jones probably rolls out and moonwalks into the end zone.
You mean Daniel Jones gets sacked? Get moonwalks. What moonwalks? The man would have got sacked. He would have been. He's already. He's
what
Tim
you got. I would love for you both.
I
would. Is he?
Like up here, he's already got the PTSD about getting sacked, and that's how I feel. Because Tyrod Taylor looked not great, but he looked competent at quarterback on Sunday.
He didn't look anybody else.
I will actually agree. I will agree with him as far as saying he has the fucking 1,000-yard stare already. He really does. He has a 1,000-yard stare. Like,
for sure.
Hike, I'm gonna die. Hike, I'm gonna die. Hike, I'm gonna die. Just like Eli did his last season.
Wait. Time out. So we've been talking about the personnel dispatch of this team. We've been talking about the personnel dispatch of this team all year. It's pretty funny that they finally have a decent passing game, and it's the first game that Jalen Hyatt plays over 60% of the snaps. It's a high water mark in snaps for Wan'Dale Robinson and Darius Slayton. Also, here's the big one though. Paris Campbell 0 snaps. Sterling Shepard 1 snap.
Paris Campbell was returning kicks.
Crazy.
So what you're saying is
offensive snaps.
We did a better coaching job than the Giants coaching staff because we said weeks ago Hyatt and Robinson should be getting more snaps.
We've been
I
saying
laid
it
out my
since, I think,
lineup.
week 1. It was the first week we said it. Like, where's Jalen Hyatt? Yeah, his
So
highest amount of snaps played this season.
yeah, Roll. Agree with you. Opportunity was there. Couldn't snag it on Sunday night. Dolphins whoop up on the Panthers. I don't know why the Jags don't feel like they're 4-2. Like mentally, I don't.
Because none of their games are like. I mean, I guess this week was kind of out of hand, but none of their games are like blowouts. It's always like close, back and forth, nail biters, and then they pull it out.
And you can't remember like later in the day. You can't remember, did the Jags win?
They
and they have played a third of their games in London so far this season. So.
The London Jags.
Are they real? You know why? Because they're going to move to London. Absolutely,
seems that way. Seems like that's where the Khan family wants to do is move them over there. I don't know why, but
that's why they're bringing them over
the
there.
Soccer team and the football team all in one.
Yeah, they're gonna show the people what you're gonna get. You're getting the Jaguars pretty soon, so here they are, back-to-back weeks. Get ready to get used to them.
Trevor Lawrence,
their biggest show. Their biggest show was in London.
There was a rumor. The only show where they had both sides of the stadium filled up. Is that what you were saying? They were saying though that the NFL actually wants to make an actual division, so like more than one team, like a division of teams that would be over. Obviously not all in London, but that section
Germany,
of the world.
Yep.
Dolphins
that'll be
Chiefs,
interesting.
2 weeks from now.
In a couple weeks.
In Germany, in Munich.
If Ireland gets a team, I'm all in.
Let's go.
That'd be a sick road trip. I'll tell you that.
I'm all in for that.
Now, had I said road trip, Mello would have gotten on my case. You can't take a road there.
What do you mean?
What?
What?
They know. All right, let's talk about
what are you talking about?
What does it mean?
Hey, because you're always trying to disagree with me.
I'm not trying to disagree with you. Just throwing little jabs out there, little feelers.
You two got to separate down there. You got to separate.
We're never this close.
That's true, Mello. All right, if the playoffs began today, here's how we rank. In the AFC, you got the Chiefs at the 1 seed, Dolphins at 2 seed, Ravens at 3 seed, Jags at 4 seed, Bills, Steelers, and Browns. That's that AFC right now, and then of course, close.
The Chiefs aren't that. They are what they are, but they haven't been as impressive as they.
They're a good, boring team now. Good team. It's
they're the Money Mayweather of the NFL.
They're getting more publicity off the field.
Yes, that's right. That's true. Well, they got Hardman now, so now he gets another.
A number 3.
Yeah, but he coached the threes are like 1.5s with Mahomes. So there's only 3 teams. Well, that was at the beginning, but now 4 teams that are under 500 in the AFC. Just 4 teams: Broncos 1-5, Patriots 1-5, Titans 2-4. One step closer, guys. For the dream to happen, and now the Chargers are 2-3
in that one. Not only did Tanny get hurt, Willis didn't look great. They're on their bye week.
4-5.
He didn't look great. They go to their bye week now. What do you come out? Do you come out and make the change already in 2 weeks?
So this is the time. What other time could there possibly be?
The heavens will open up. There'll be a beam of light coming down. You'll hear like Rocky music playing, and that'll be the end of it. All our lives will be changed forever.
Who did they play in 2 weeks?
And I'm still waiting for Steve to get us our Will Levis jerseys.
In 2 weeks, let's see. The Titans will play the
because they're bye with this week.
Bye week. They're at home. They're at home. Friendly crowd against the Falcons.
What better time?
That sounds like a great game to start, man.
An old friend, and Arthur Smith is in town. Hey, maybe he'll be their offensive coordinator again next year when the Falcons fire him.
This is what's going to happen. This is exactly what's going to happen. They're going to keep this under wraps as long as they possibly can. And then when the gates open up and Will Levis is about to run out,
Take Will
They
Levis
play
out of
that.
Kentucky. Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Will Levis looks like a Titan to me.
Really going to take Levis here. I like it better than Will Levis. Where Will Levis goes. Will Levis. Well,
Eric never said Will Levis' name.
No.
Not a part of it.
I think
Eric still doesn't know who Will Levis is.
if that does happen, I think the Titans and PCP need to fly Anthony out there, and he's got to announce. He's got to be the one that introduces him to
You
the
have
crowd.
to give me Steve. If you're ever going to give me a press pass to a game, it has to be that.
You're
one.
in. You're on the field, baby. You're on the field for that one.
Well, just getting a picture with me and Will Levis, the internet might explode.
Are you interview the Titans? No, I'm gonna interview the Titan. That's it.
I'm only here for one interview.
Mr. Titan.
The only
And then-
one that matters.
And then you hold up a jar of mayo like this.
The mayo.
And that's it.
Take a big spoon of mayo and just drop it in a cup of coffee.
That's it.
While you have the entire banana in the other hand, just munching down on it.
Peel it off. Bite into it like it's a damn Slim Jim. On to more serious business. Raul has a very good question there.
Do the Chiefs miss their offensive coordinator who went to the Washington Commanders? Maybe, but there's 5-1. I wouldn't.
I think but the offense has not looked good at all.
But-
I think there's missing that at least one, number 2 guy, because at least last year they had Juju, and he was able to fill in that role.
That was a big piece that left for no damn reason to go to this. He went from the Chiefs to the Patriots. He went from Patrick Mahomes to Mac Jones.
And somehow the Patriots can't get him on the field
at all. Like nothing. They can do nothing with him. But you're Mello. I think you're right. But I also think
agree with Mello.
that, the defense is stepping up, and
they're playing lights out, man.
Who cares if? I mean, they don't care if they're bored. I mean, we used to love to watch every single week. You could put money. This is just a few years back with all their guys, but every week you can go with the over and take them to cover because they were putting up 35, 40 points every single game, and they were favored by 11, and they were whooping up on people. I made a lot of money on the Chiefs that year, but. But that's not who they are anymore, and I think it's a credit to the coaching staff that this team is now kind of morphed into a different team than it was 4 years ago. I mean, they did win the Super Bowl without. I mean, they lost the best wide receiver in the game, and they still won the Super Bowl. Not to say that they'll do it again this year, but I think they've just morphed into a different team. It's like in baseball when the pitcher's getting older and you got to change to more of a finesse guy. And I think that's kind of what they're doing. So that's the AFC. And then the NFC, you got the 49ers as the 1 seed at 5-1, the Eagles at the 2 seed at 5-1, the Detroit Lions at 5-1.
That defense, man. That defense is legit.
What?
Oh my God.
Listen, I don't care about seeding. Right now, the best team in the NFC is the fucking Lions. I don't care what anybody says.
I wouldn't argue.
Stephen A. Smith has them as the number 1 team in football.
And I still say they're the best team. I don't agree with that guy on anything, but I still say they are the best team in the NFC right now. They're the most complete team.
They're very complete.
Think about all the injuries they've had too, and how they've just kept on chugging like nothing. I mean, they were missing like their top 3 safeties a couple weeks ago, and we're still just steamrolling people.
And on the offensive side,
really good.
They lost their number 1 wide receiver, their running back. I don't know what's going to go on with Gibbs, but now you got another running back coming in to play. What's his name? Reynolds.
They knew what they were doing when they let them go. They knew what they were doing. And I'm in Raw. What the hell his name is? He-Man Villain Bum Raw, whatever the fuck his name is. He's
Dan Campbell.
He's absolute number 1 wide receiver.
Oh yeah,
he's fantastic.
Oh, Amon, the Sun God.
Amon Ra.
Yeah, Mumra.
Sun-Ra, the
Yes.
sun god.
Yeah, no,
Thundercat's villain, right?
but
Thundercat's villain. Mumra.
he missed that game the other day, and they didn't miss a beat. You know,
Josh
Goff
Reynolds was
is
like 5
amongst
for 80.
Goff is amongst the highest rated graded quarterbacks this year. And yeah, go ahead.
There are only 2 teams right now that rank top 5 in both offensive and defensive DVOA this season. Those 2 teams are the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
They've looked. I can't. The defense, honestly, like I don't think any of us are shocked that the offense still looks good. Like they looked really, really good last year. I did not expect this defense to be this good, though. Aiden Hutchinson leads the league in pressures right now. He's like he is. I liked him. I never thought he'd be like a guy that could really like threaten though to be like a sack leader in the league. He looks amazing. Like and it's not even just his pressure rates. Dan Campbell and those guys, they'll have him, or I should say Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn runs their defense. Aaron Glenn will have this dude fake like he's going in and then drop back. He's got like 5 interceptions since he came in the league. He's a defensive end. What are you do? 5 interceptions? What?
Those are the guys that we were drooling over. We were drooling over guys like Aiden Hutchinson. These guys.
He's incredible. Like, yeah, that defense. And, you know, I made fun of them at the draft for taking someone like Jack Campbell in the first round, you know, an off-ball linebacker who's really just known for his run-stuffing abilities. Jack Campbell has come in there and played phenomenal next to Alex Anzalone and then the rest of those guys on that defense, man. They just – I'm blown away by how good that defense looks. Did not expect that.
Nope. When you think Detroit, especially recent years, you don't think good, and you don't think good defense. No. So the Lions 3, the Bucks at 4, Cowboys at 5, the Seahawks at 6, and the Rams at 7. And then obviously nobody's out of anything yet. That 3-3, 2-3, Vikings at 2-4. So that's the way that the NFC is looking currently. Got to buy into the Lions now. You know, you got to believe in these guys.
No.
I'm
gonna take one more week like Anthony.
Before respectable decision.
That is a respectable decision. So, but all right. So let's see who we go with this week. But before we get to that, a ton of injuries. So let's just quickly talk about the injuries. And you know, before we get into our picks, Justin Fields dislocated thumb. Obviously popped it in, couldn't grip the ball. Will not play this. Who's their backup?
Sure.
No.
Say his name. He's an undrafted rookie. I have no idea what his name is.
That's his name then.
Undrafted rookie. Number 6.
Yeah, exactly. The video games.
They gave him the old Jay Cutler number.
It's not even a picture, it's just a box with an outline of a head.
Or it's like in the WWE, it's vacant. Vacant is the quarterback.
So
I have no idea.
Justin Fields. I'm waiting for Justin Fields in fantasy to kick it in. He does it. I'm like, all right, good. I'm good. I'm on cruise control. Asshole gets hurt. Thank you. So
they would have won that game too if he didn't get hurt.
Likely out for a week. At least. Trevor Lawrence, he tweaked his knee, but he kind of looks good to go, even though it's Thursday night. But all signs point to yes.
I got his name.
Oh yes.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to pronounce it right because it's spelled funny. His name is Tyson Bagent. 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 However you want to pronounce that.
Frodo Baggins.
I wish it was spelled a little differently. We could just call him Tyson Beignet. That would have been perfect.
Then that shall he be from now on.
He's crowned Beignet.
That's it.
Tyson Beignet.
On this show, that's who he is.
Forever known. All right, so Lawrence looks okay to go. Ryan Tannehill also hurt his ankle. As Dave mentioned earlier, he was out. Malik Willis came in. Bye week, only natural that we pivot here.
Pivot.
That's all I'm going to say. Pivot.
Franchise defining bye week right now.
Yes.
If the Jags lose, you still have a chance at this division.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy G. This is getting rough. He had to go to the hospital via an ambulance. He had the concussion a couple weeks ago. Now it's a back situation. Who knows what's going on with this dude? So I don't know if he's gonna have just a full body cast on next time we see him. You just imagine him sitting down. He's got the arm up. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. But yet, full body cast and all, he will be surrounded by Playboy bunnies.
He's just too pretty for football. That's what it is. Like,
at least he led the league in interceptions before he went down, because that's important.
As of right now, at 917 yards, 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
But he got his revenge game out of the way. He can go off into the sunset knowing that he beat
paralyzed
the
now. All right, Baker Mayfield. He hurt his thumb on that final drive of that game, and again, Detroit. What was everybody saying? Who was trying to say Detroit was not going to win this game? Not you, Mello. I don't remember you saying this, but it was Detroit has to travel down there in the heat, and they're not going to be able to keep up with the Bucs are used to it, and it was the Lions put pressure on this offense, and Baker's played well this year. 19 of 37, 206 yards.
I know.
I'm big enough person that I can say when somebody's.
Do you want to, Steve? Do you want to take a week? Do you want to take a week?
I gotta cut that up. 51 minutes and 45 seconds.
Where I was man enough to say that he's played well this year.
Yes. And he looked pretty good.
I can't wait to see what Dave does to the intro for next week.
McCaffrey gets hurt. Anthony, you've had a little bit to say about this. Now, I do want to say that a lot of places that I'm reading about this are trying to downplay this. An oblique injury is very unsettling. From athletic standpoint, that's your core, your oblique, especially when you're trying to do those cuts and turns. And I don't know if it's just a week or two, but I also think that they can afford to not completely be without him. I haven't seen the schedule in the next few weeks, but I think that in that scheme, quick, fast running backs who can catch the ball will do well. Debo is also on this list, and Debo seems as though he should be good to go coming up. But Anthony, you mentioned this in the game against the Giants, which was week 3, right? So 3 weeks ago, almost 4 weeks ago, Anthony made mention that they're using him too much, and so now he said they're calling it a rib and oblique thing. But I'd be more concerned about the oblique thing than anything else.
Yeah, it sounded like he pulled an oblique, but then also damaged the rib cartilage, which is the connective tissue that holds your ribs together. Neither sound very good. It sounds kind of painful.
Some fucking tape on it and shut up and get in there.
I just don't. I don't understand. So we've seen in this system since Kyle Shanahan's been there, we've seen like 6 different running backs, or I think the number's even higher than that, have 100-yard rushing games for them. A lot of it is based on the scheme. As much as I think Kyle Shanahan is one of them does play for the leads the league in touchdowns, by the way, that particular player, with 11 in 6 games. But no, we've seen a number of different running backs perform well in this system, and you get Christian McCaffrey, who is no question about it the best running back in football. I don't think there's really a debate to be had there. It's very obvious if you've ever watched him play. Why are you giving him the ball 26 times a game? It's a 17-game season. You're going to have a minimum of 3 playoff games if you want to win a Super Bowl. Why aren't you saving those 25, 26, 27, 28 touch games for January? Why are you fucking using them in September and October? That's the stupidest thing you can do.
Why are they keeping him in during blowouts? That's the worst part too.
None of it makes sense. Up 3
Yeah.
scores,
When
and this dude's still
Mitchell's
gaining
been
5
effective.
yards, getting hit by 12 people.
If I'm not mistaken,
Jordan
Mitchell's
Mason's been effective.
Mason's been right.
Tyrion Davis Price, we saw coming to
Yeah.
games last year and was effective. Like, what are you doing? You could find running backs off the street that could go get in that system and average 5 yards a pop. Like, don't get me wrong, Christian McCaffrey's better than all of them, but just
Right.
it's a waste. And this is what I was afraid of. You can't give this guy over 400 touches and expect him to just be perfectly fine. Like, I think people forget he's not that big.
No.
Like, I think he's like
No.
5'10", 205, 210. Like, he's not a big guy. And I mean, he plays big, but it's stupid. It's like I said, Kyle Shanahan, brilliant offensive mind, complete idiot.
Yeah. How could somebody
So
be so
stupid.
smart and so stupid at the same time?
It blows my mind.
Blows my mind. Moving on, David Montgomery. We kind of touched on that for a bit. This is a couple weeks. This is a rib thing, also. Rib
Save
thing.
injury.
Can't be fun at the running back position or breathing.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams. This was originally said to be a 1 week absence, but now they're talking about 2 weeks for the Rams. In addition to that, Ronnie Rivers gets put on IR, so he's going to be out for the next 4 games. So we'll see what goes on with the Rams in their matchup with the running game. Had kind of disappeared for a game or two, but off and on, not consecutively.
Well, they got
Tyreek Hill with the
boy
cramps. Who's my boy?
No, your boy said that
Oh.
Stafford got his boy back. He comes back, he's like, I'm not worried about Cooper Kupp getting hurt again. Let me target him 25 times a game,
and still give the kid
Puka.
the Puka. So Atwell is kind of like fading into the sunset. Like, hey, I'm still here, guys, but
I'm
he's filling
convinced
that Van Jefferson role real nice.
I'm convinced that Puka and Cooper Kupp wear like an invisibility cloak when they're on the field, because there's no way these guys are this open every fucking play. It is insane. They're just always open. Oh, they drops back to pass, and Cooper Kupp catches the ball with nobody within 8 yards of him. Ow! How does that happen?
always. I listening to one of the fantasy shows. So he obviously missed 4 games. They're still projecting to be a top 7 wide receiver in total points. He led the number 2 wide receiver by 106 or 107 points last year. Imagine. Garrett Wilson, he went out, came back in, had a great game, and then hobbled off the field afterwards. So monitor the situation. That's an ankle situation.
Trade him if you have him in fantasy immediately.
Do it.
I've reversed course. I've told you before to go get him, and now to get rid of him.
I'm out
as fast as you can. Sell.
Debo, we mentioned, he's got ankle. He's always going to be living through something. Debo's never going to be 100% healthy ever in his life. But he's got shoulder, ankle, but they say he's likely going to give it a go here.
Breaking news.
And just remember, since he's hurt, that means Kyle's going to give him an extra 8 touches Monday night. So get him in your lineup, because it might be the last time for a while.
Breaking news, guys. I'm sorry to bust, the New York fans here, but the Las Vegas Aces defeated the Liberty in Game 4 to capture
which is bullshit.
Their second consecutive WNBA title.
They were without 2 of their players.
Night ruined. Tim can't go on at this point. There's no way Tim's going to be able to finish the pod.
No parade.
They were up big. They were up big in the first quarter.
Sorry, guys. I got to go cry into my pillow.
On the not many on the defensive side here. Scrolling through here, a lot of tweaks and this and that.
That's because men play defense.
Here's an interesting stat for you through 6 weeks. 60% of the games that have been played so far have gone under the Vegas line on the games, which is the highest mark through 6 weeks in 30 years.
So this is very interesting. I think we talked about this on the show a long time ago, Timmy. Yeah, I think it was just me and you. Aaron Rodgers last year, the year before, he just casually was doing an interview, and this is nothing controversial. Relax. I know you hear Aaron Rodgers, like, what's the controversy about? No, but he was saying that he's noticing that the defenses are changing things up subtly, and that in the next few years he expects it to become more evenly distributed, running and passing, and then the running games to overtake the passing stuff. Very low scoring. I'm not saying it's a dramatically happening right in front of us right now, but very low scoring games. This past weekend, the Bills put up 19, whatever the hell they scored final. So scoring feels like it's just down across the league, and I feel like it's certainly attacking my fantasy team the hardest. My fantasy team the hardest.
Here, I thought you were going to give Rodgers credit. Like, man, he saw something that we didn't see.
I just did.
Such a genius, knowledgeable person.
See, we don't have to go there.
You just made it about fantasy football.
Well, he was being a genius about something about football.
Yeah,
that's not the only thing he's knowledgeable about.
No, I wouldn't say that would just limit him to just knowledge of football. I'm sure he knows about divaism and limelight, needing to be in the limelight. I know.
Collecting checks from Pat McAfee.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. First of all, first it was all about he's doing it for his good buddy Pat McAfee joining the show. Now the man's getting paid.
He was, but Pat came out and said it. He's like, when we made this what is the Aaron Rodgers Tuesday, like at that point I think he said like his show was worth like $2 or $3 million. So he's like, apparently he gave him like a check for like $500,000, and Rodgers was like, no, like what? This is what? Like he felt awkward about it. And then Pat was like, no, like you're doing me a favor. You don't know how many eyes you're bringing to the show. And now I think Pat said his show is worth like $500 million. So he gives him, hey, you're still the buyer.
Yeah, I don't know that the exact terms of the ESPN deal were ever released, but it was rumored to be the package deal somewhere in that ballpark.
They had to. I mean, ESPN had to do that. He was just doing so well that it's Vince McMahon. I bought my competition. So that was that made all the sense in the world.
That's great.
Yeah.
Though.
So Rodgers. So that explains why he was able to take the pay cut.
The McAfee money.
The McAfee money made up for it. McAfee's like, you know what? Your image needs some rebuilding. Why don't you go ahead and take that pay cut? I got you over here. No, don't worry. I'll make you all. I'll make you all.
It's going to pay him $120 million over the next 3 years.
Well, I think he's always had the image of a douche. He was a douche on draft night. He was a douche.
Yeah.
If you watch that footage.
Yep.
You ever heard some of his prior teammates talk about him? None of them really like him.
Some guys are just douches. It's just in their nature to be a douche, and he's a douche.
I will say, for all the shit we may talk about Tom Brady, if you ever hear his former teammates talk about him, they all fucking love him. I mean, they do we're not going to get into it, but they adore him.
Jordy Nelson has to like him.
If Turtle can learn to like him, I can learn to like him.
Turtle. So Jordy Nelson likes Rodgers. No, it's not his fault.
Astros just scored a couple of runs. They're up 7-2 now. That game's in the 7th.
Bang on the drum all day.
Bad news all around tonight. Oof.
Fucking cheaters.
All right, let's.
Do you think they can close the gap to 7-6?
Out of here.
If they win, they're cheating.
Don't you dare, Anthony.
It's our 76th episode. I figured out.
It is, yeah.
Week 7 of the NFL. Oh man, we're talking about week 6. God, this is
week
just
6 into 7. That's right. Okay, well, does that then also entail that maybe I can potentially, maybe my team can pry somebody away from that team with the 76? No.
What?
So only negatives. Only negatives this could be. I can't have a sign that this is telling me that the Knicks can get Embiid from the Sixers.
Oh,
I can only
I
think this
told
is a
you
negative.
like 3 months ago. I think that's where
I
he
know,
ends
but
up
I don't
when he gets
believe anybody
traded.
anything ever says positively about the Knicks.
Well,
Don't come at me.
who's the dude running the Knicks now? Not the owner. The what's his name?
the former what's his name?
Is it Leon Rose? It is
Leon Rose, baby.
Yeah,
Leon
him and Embiid are
Rose.
tight. He's gonna make it
We'll,
happen.
we'll see what
Unfortunately,
happens.
as long as James Dolan's there, nothing's going to change.
Well, that I agree with.
James Dolan, all the fans think they're owners. The fans think that they're smart. You're an idiot. You are an idiot,
I'd
James
rather just
Dolan.
open up, arenas for
Yeah,
for
I
concerts.
don't want to own sports teams. We'll sell
All
them.
about the acoustics.
Sell them.
I mean, it
You
looks
have
it's
to sell
pretty
the garden.
incredible. The sphere looks pretty incredible inside.
The sphere does look
It's-
amazing.
Wait, but that is going to cause how many car accidents is that going to cause? I already saw TikToks of people driving by and there's the big yellow head smiley face and just like looking around.
Did you
And
see the
this is
golf
like-
one where the guys are on a golf course in Vegas and they shot the ball and then the thing is like making fun of them?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I
Oh,
saw that.
people opening their curtains and hotels and staring right at them.
Yes, my view.
Steve, that's what we need. We need you to buy an ad for the sphere in Vegas.
Yes, yeah. Let me check the
show.
petty.
All right,
Can
watch
we
this.
broadcast the show on the sphere next week?
That's what I was about to say. Dana White wants to be the first to do that and broadcast UFC on there.
Yeah, but he's going to try and charge everyone that looks at it. So it's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say he's not doing it for free.
We had chip in everybody's eye. You look at the spear, cha-ching, cha-ching, send them
$12.
Or it's like you
Paper
buy these
look.
glasses and it pops up like on the sphere. If not, it's just like a black screen.
Wild. This is gonna get
It's like wearing
wild.
3D glasses.
Yeah.
3D. All right, let's get on here. Let's talk about the Week 7 world famous picks here on Pop Culture Pros. Last week was a good week. We all had nice weeks. I was 12-3. Rodriguez 12-3 as well. A little shout out to Rodriguez for putting the books. Dave, Anthony 11-4. Timmy 10-5. Everybody else was 9-6 or 8-7. Top four remain us. Me and Anthony tied at the top. Tim and Dave tied 2 games out, 58-35. Rodriguez is creeping up on you, Mello. Don't let him catch you. Well, and I guess Tim too, because you guys tied. Don't let him catch either one of you. We got to remain in the top 4. Got to put a stranglehold.
What is he doing? Just asking Siri, hey Siri, flip a coin.
Yeah, he auto drafts, he auto picks. I don't believe for one second. Who's gonna win the game this weekend? The Mets. The Mets are winning. Shut up. Who's winning the Super Bowl this year? The Mets. Gotta be the Mets.
All right, let's get to our Thursday night game.
Steve
Not
must
Sunday night.
be just
It's
having a ball tonight.
What a.
I'm not picking on the Mets. I'm picking on Rodriguez.
No, it's just memories. It still hurts. Jags at the Saints this week. Saints are 1.5-point favorites. Their defense has been pretty damn good. 1.5 though is the spread here. Let's start it off with Timmy.
It's a hard one actually because I do like the Saints defense, and this dude is hobbling around a little bit.
I almost wonder if on a short week if they hold him out.
See, and it's a short week too. I'm gonna have to march when the Saints go marching in.
Little Saints action from Timmy. Dave?
I'm still gonna. I'm actually surprised this line, but I guess it's because they're not sure if Lawrence is gonna play.
Vegas does not believe he's playing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make sure I say this now. This is gonna be my Anthony pick, my Anthony clause. I'm gonna pick the Jags now, but reserve the right to change this tomorrow.
Well, I'm not posting these before that game, so feel free to shoot over a change. So
if he's ruled out, I will go Saints. But if not,
we need Jay Glazer's phone number. We can
Yeah,
go,
we should
guys,
Steve, make it happen.
who's in and who's out. You can tell us right
or
now.
Shefty. You I don't know if you guys saw it on McAfee that he gets like a notification on his phone and he looks at it and McAfee's like, did something just break? Like what happened? He's like, people talking, but I have to confirm it first before I say anything. I can't just put stuff out there. And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, we don't do that. We just go with whatever.
Fuck that.
So we don't wait for confirmation. We just say it on here on live."
It's great. All right. I'm gonna go with the Jags here. I'm just thinking if this dude plays, if he plays, so we'll me and Dave on the same page here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing y'all are doing. I'll take the Jags, and if Lawrence doesn't play, I will switch to the Saints.
Oh, I guess I'm doing the same thing then. This must be the switch game then.
Wait, you believe in the Saints?
Yeah.
No, if everyone else can switch at the last second, why the fuck can't I?
You can.
So
There
if
you go.
Lawrence doesn't play, you
The
go to the
beauty of
Jags.
it, these picks don't get posted till Sunday. We're good.
Yeah. The
Listen,
Thursday game, you're always good. Just
all right, we need to come up with a new
change
rule.
your heart right before.
We
boom.
need to come up with a new rule. That rule should be you're only allowed to do that shit for one game. The switching. So
Do you have to pre-designate the game that you're going to switch on?
So a game like this where you're not sure if the starting quarterback's going to play, I understand you can switch your pick at the last second. One game.
Okay. One game.
Well, I mean, for the Browns, that happened 2 weeks ago.
Dude, well, there's
Oh yeah.
Like I had Watson in a few leagues. I was like, no idea Watson wasn't playing until I turned on my TV and.
Well, the kid who started for him didn't know he was playing until an hour and a half before the game started.
It's like, how does that happen?
Surprise.
Oh, by the way,
because Kevin Stefanski is a great head coach.
Where's your helmet? Why? Because you're fucking playing. That's why. Get in there.
You're starting.
What number am I?
Starting. I haven't even stretched yet, coach. What the hell?
What do we do? All right. That's Thursday night game. Next up, the Lions, Ravens.
Game of the week, right there.
Good game here. Lions heading to play the Ravens. Ravens are 3-point favorite here. This time we'll start with you, Dave.
I'm so happy that I'm waiting my Anthony week for the Lions because it's gonna be good. Baltimore to cover the spread.
Going with Baltimore. I'll go next year. I think the Lions go in there and take this game straight up. Not even don't give me no +3s. I think the Lions win this game. They've just been the total package. Baltimore has been okay, good on defense, but Goff shows no fear back there. He's got time to throw. He slings it, and most of the time over the last few years, he's not thrown picks. And he's 13-3 since last year, week 9. Those Detroit Lions are 13-3 since then. You ever think we could ever possibly
the season to the start in week 9?
So I'm going with the Lions. Anthony, what you got?
I too am riding the Lions bandwagon. I think the Ravens. I think Lamar's played great. First of all, I think them as a team have not played as great. They're down some pass rushers. The secondary is still banged up and not that good. I think the Lions go into Baltimore and get a dub.
Get a dub. I know Timmy's going with the Lions here, baby.
Dan Campbell, baby.
I'm riding them Lions. Riding them Lions.
Ride them Lions. All right. Next up, who are the quarterbacks of this game? Who's a quarterback?
This is the one getting flexed off of Fox and
flexed off of they just gonna stop it. Give them both a tie.
This game's getting flexed to week 28.
The Raiders are 3-3 in spite of all. Josh Jacobs sucks this year. Jimmy G's hurt every other quarter, and they're still 3-3.
Has like 5 catches the last 2 weeks.
They'll be like, "Oh, we're going to flex this to the end of the year and play it only if necessary,"
which it will not be. Only if necessary for the draft determination.
Yeah.
Not. Shit, I'm going with the Raiders. I didn't say I'm going to go first, but I'm going with the Raiders because the Bears just suck, and I don't know who this quarterback is.
Beignet.
Yeah, I couldn't
Tyson
remember.
Beignet. How do you not know him?
Who's the Raiders quarterback backup is a question.
Brian Hoyer.
Hoyer.
Everyone knows him.
It's Hoyer.
He's played
not
football for most of our lives.
David Carr the second.
He's been around.
Oh
since
yeah, they did.
fucking-
They did go with him. He looks just like David Carr. Tell me he doesn't.
I think it's kind of shitty that
Derek.
the best quarterback they've had since
David?
like Rich
Fuck.
Gannon, they get rid of him and immediately give his number away to another quarterback. It wasn't even like it was like
No
a
respect.
punter or something. It was like, oh, a quarterback 4.
Raul's got Saints, Lions, Raiders. Anthony, who you got in this one?
I too am going with the Raiders. Max Crosby is a
Bully.
defensive player of the year candidate right now. He's playing like a fucking madman, and he gets no cheap sacks. He earns all of his. So I'll take the
Yeah,
Raiders.
you know, with cheap
Wonder who we're
shots,
talking
tripping
about there.
people.
Oh wow.
I didn't say nothing about the cheap shot. I just said he earns his sacks.
Timmy.
You know why?
Raiders, Bears.
2 X's in his name, not 1. 2.
That's right.
That's right.
That's why. That extra X is
He
that extra.
takes it to
oomph
the
he needs,
max and
and he's
then
right.
some.
and then some. I am also going with the Raiders because I took the Bears once this year and they fucked me royally. So no more Raider time.
Little Raider. Clean sweep here, Dave. What do you think?
Yep, I'll go with the Raiders. I'm kind of hoping that my boy Jacoby Myers doesn't take a big hit now that Jimmy G is gone, because he looked really good with him out there.
No beignets for us today.
If the Raiders win, they're 4-3. Look at that. Next up, the Browns. The Browns are heading to the Colts to play Indianapolis. That was reversed in my mind. Browns are 2.5-point favorites here. We'll start with you on this one, Anthony.
I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns. That's the best defense in football right now, and I don't think it's debatable. Myles Garrett, another defensive player of the year candidate, although they've got a lot of players playing really good on that defense, not just Myles Garrett. The linebackers, the safeties, the corners, everyone. That defense looks really, really good.
Absurd.
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Against
Timmy.
the Minshew.
Doo-doo Browns.
Minshew Mania, baby.
I'm automatically going with the Browns. As soon as you mentioned Gardner Minshew's name, I'm like, nope, Browns.
Minshew
Browns all the
Mania.
way.
Couldn't do it. He couldn't get it done.
And that is most likely with
He played for the
Deshaun
Colts, right?
Watson
Did he play
again.
for the Colts too?
Play for everybody.
Minshew? I feel like,
Just,
or is this,
Well,
or is, I'm
he's their
just labeling.
quarterback now.
yeah,
I'm completely reversing what I'm saying. I
Yeah, he
was
currently plays for
thinking
them.
I was thinking of something with the Browns, but then I went back to the Colts and the Colts revenge game that didn't work. That's where I was going with that.
the Jaguars.
Yeah, the revenge game that didn't pan out well. Revenge games are usually tight, close contested, but no. All right.
Not for Gardner Minshew, they're not.
But it was Minshew Mania.
I thought he was going to come
Who
out
was
a
the
little
dude
better.
before that played for
Jags
Blake
or
Bortles?
Blake
Wait,
Bortles,
They've had some winners there, you know. Blake Bortles,
the greatest
remember
quarterback to ever come out of UCF.
USC. Yeah, that's it, baby. All right, next. Wait, did we get all the Browns?
I would love to go
Right.
with the Colts, but I'm
Yeah,
not
but
thank to
you're
give
not.
up a game on this one, so I'm going
We're not
Browns.
doing that. All right. Next up, I think this is going to be an easy, clean sweep here. The Bills at the Patriots.
Patriots,
Bills are Bills are
Sweep.
8.5-point favorites here.
Sweep,
sweep-
even though
sweep
they
or
look
romp?
terrible on Sunday night.
8.5. That's such a bad number.
Look what they look
No,
like
it's
that
not.
against
Have you
the Giants.
watched the Patriots play?
No, I meant like it's 7.5, but 8.5. Like,
Do you know
they're
that
only going
before?
to kick field goals again?
Do you know that before Sunday's game, the Boston Red Sox had scored more runs in the month of October than the New England Patriots, and the Red Sox had only played one game and only scored 6 runs?
That's rough. That's rough. All right. Next up, the Commanders had to play the Giants. Commanders are a 2.5-point favorite heading into the Meadowlands. Daniel Jones plays. You win this game. Just because
That was good. That was good, Ross.
that's what he does against the Commanders.
That was a good one.
We'll start with Timmy on this one.
Really?
Steve said that with confidence,
That's
and all
nice.
3 of us just kind of like, oh.
5-1 against the Commanders in his career.
No.
So it's not always a win.
Yes, there it is. That's what it is. That's where Daniel Jones picked the wrong parade route. David Jones picked out the
What
wrong
parade?
color diamonds. No, this is a running joke. I
Oh.
said if the Giants happen to win the Super Bowl with Daniel Jones, it would be wrong parade route.
He's gonna think the parade is in the Meadowlands.
Yeah, he threw for 398 yards in the Super Bowl. Oh, son of a bitch, couldn't get to 400. Fuck him, he sucks.
He'd be in Sea Caucus somewhere. Like, where's the route? I don't see it.
Yeah, but
WWR.
Yeah, if that was true, Dave might say that while getting his tattoo done. So it really wouldn't make a difference.
That's true.
That is true. I'm still gonna be tattoo free this year, though. It looks like
you're gonna be tattoo free.
I think you're safe there, Dave.
All right, Timmy, who you got?
I don't even want to pick this fucking game anymore. You know, I'm not picking them ever again. I'm going with the Commanders.
I did say
Ever
that
again? That's
several weeks ago.
This year, I'm not picking them ever again. This year, I'm going with the Commanders.
All right. So Dave.
So if Daniel Jones plays, I'm going Commanders. If Tyrod,
no. We said one game. One game.
Oh, come on.
One game.
What if this guy doesn't? Oh, my bad. Hold on. What if Lawrence ends up playing? Then I don't technically switch my pick, so then I can use it on this one.
Before I post on Sunday.
Then you wait, is it one game or before you post? I thought we just agreed on one game.
Well, one game, but if he doesn't switch the Jags game, then he still has his one, which he has to do before I post on Sunday.
Oh, no, I was under the impression we can only switch one game, but okay, whatever you guys want to do.
No, yeah, we can only switch one game, but if, let's say...
Timmy, are you saying it has to be predetermined?
Predetermined.
I thought that's what we said. You had to designate which
game
you were going to switch.
But there's so many quarterbacks that are not playing.
That's right.
That we're unsure of.
It's half the fun.
I know if Tyrod plays, we win this game. I don't know if he's playing.
Steve, I'll take the C words. Thank you.
None of you were taking them last week.
Really quick, you remind me of something, Dave. For fantasy implications, week 10, bye weeks. The Philadelphia Eagles, the Los Angeles Rams, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Miami Dolphins all on bye.
Fuck me.
Nice job, NFL. Nice job, NFL.
And then our bye week is what? Week 13, 12?
Week 13.
I think it was week 1.
All right.
I'll take Commanders as well.
Commanders.
He's the only Giant on there?
Yeah, I can't pick the Commanders. I can do it.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
He has hope that Daniel Jones, 5-1 against Washington.
Well, I mean, it's either that or be a miserable fan like you. What am I supposed to do? I'm going to watch the team. I'm going to hope that they win, whether it's Tyrod Taylor, Daniel Jones, or my Aunt Sally at quarterback. I don't have an Aunt Sally. I would root for the damn team.
I'm not saying I condone tanking, but I'm very interested to see at what point this year you guys start really getting into these college quarterbacks.
Never. I'm not.
You say that now.
I say that, and I think Dave might agree with me on this. Maybe the one thing that he agrees with me on is that I sat here, living down here in South Florida, hearing about the Dolphins. We're gonna tank. We're gonna tank. We suck. And nothing ever happened. Suck for luck and this and that.
What are you talking about? We went 1-15 one year, and we drafted fucking Ronnie Brown.
The 1-15. No, didn't you guys get
what I'm saying is
we had the second pick in the draft, and we took Ronnie Brown.
They suck for 20 years.
But the first one you guys got Long, no? Jake Long?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, you're right. We did take Jake Long.
That was the other thing. That was the other thing.
So many players that aren't quarterbacks, they all blend together.
That was the other thing. Every single season, it would be tanking or we sucked, and then we're gonna nail it this year with the draft parties, and everything.
Ted Ginn, what?
Ted
Ginn is a Miami Dolphin.
In fairness, the fan base wanted them to take Brady Quinn that year, and I'm not sure that would have been much better. So.
But
Not
at least
sure
it would
that
have been
would
a
work out.
step like in the right direction. Like, okay, we need a.
Did you watch Brady Quinn play football?
I meant to, as in
How
like
is that a step in the right direction?
step in the right direction, as in you are addressing what you need, and that's the best
No,
available. You're not going to win a game on
because the
special
next year you
teams.
still would have needed a quarterback. You still would have needed a quarterback. You didn't address anything.
All right, let's move on here. Falcons head down to Tampa to play the Bucks. Bucks are a 2.5-point favorite here. A certain tight end finally got in the end zone for the Falcons last week,
Mhm.
and
That's because a certain someone had him sitting on the bench
he
this week.
Tim, are you starting him this week or benching him? I'm just asking out of curiosity. No fantasy implications whatsoever.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Damn it. Hoping to get some insider information.
and you're
there.
not 0-6. I don't remember who we started with. I thought we did start with Tim on the Giants, so we'll start with Dave on this one. Falcons, Bucks 2.5-point favorite.
So you know where I'm
I
going.
even have
here.
to ask you.
But I want to say, how great are those creamsicle jerseys?
Disgusting.
They are. No, you're crazy.
come
Those are
on.
Ugly.
They're so
Those are
nice.
fantastic.
They go
Yes.
right in hand with the stupid flamingo nonsense the Miami Heat wear. It's all ugly.
Whoa. We're
Garbage.
not,
You mean
we're
the
not shitting
Floridian
on
one?
Miami Vice jersey.
All
Get out of here with that nonsense.
garbage.
Stop
Pink
it.
flamingo
You shut your mouth when
Fridays.
we're talking
Get
about
outta
the
here.
Miami
Relax,
Vice jersey.
Mr. Met. You guys don't have cool jerseys.
Why do you have to attack my team because I said something about your team? Why? Why? Just defend your team. You don't have to attack here. All right, let's
He's just mad the Marlins pinstripes look better.
yeah. yes, that's it. That's the one. Yeah, Marlins got to the playoffs and got rid of their GM.
Yeah, we didn't cover that. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
we should have talked about that.
Anthony would have liked a nice little rant that.
My rants with that team are 10 years ago. That shit's long gone by now. I don't even care about
But
them
imagine
anymore.
in 10
He's
years where we
apathetic
thought
now.
things changed, they have.
Oh no, I knew 10 years ago this team was never going to be relevant.
well, we'll bring that up next week at start the show, because there's now where is she go? Where's she go? She put this together. Now she's gone. All right, I am gonna go. You went with the Bucks, obviously. I am also going with the Bucks of Tampa.
Ooh.
Anthony.
I in the great words of our counterpart, yeast.
See, that's
take
you
the
just
Bucks.
don't go there. You don't lend him a helping hand there. Timmy.
Yeah,
I've been a Baker supporter this year. I've not shit on him once he's been playing. He's been good.
I said he's been good. I said he's played well. You want me to do? All right, Steelers at the Rams.
Yeah, with Timmy.
I picked Bucks. Bucks at home.
He went the Bucks.
You went yeast? What?
No,
No, I went the Bucks.
the team, the Bucks.
No yeast.
Godwin and Evans. You know these
I
guys.
can't wait for us at the end of the
Running
year
back,
to
tight end,
go
lineman.
over the awards again and
Their
be like,
defense
oh,
has been really good.
who's gonna win
Their
comeback
defense
player
has
of the
been
year?
good.
Can't wait.
I've always found that the Tampa defense. You see, I'm going right over what you say there.
Yeah.
I've always found that Tampa. It always feels like even if they don't have the names on defense, they're always that go out and get them and tough. Always go grab the football.
But they have the
Go
name.
get the football.
It's literally the same.
Yeah, bring me the
defense
ball.
They won a Super Bowl with.
Yeah.
It's like the same exact defense.
Yep. So yeah, they've played well. All right, this one is Steelers Rams. I don't know what the Rams are doing at running back, but does it matter? This week, I'm going with the Rams here.
Same over her.
Little Ram Ding Dongs up there.
Ram
Ain't sweep Ant.
No. I
No.
want the Steelers coming off
I
a
know.
bye. I believe in Mike Tomlin.
We'll be there.
What do you think they're going to be doing at running back? Are they going to stick with Najee, or are they going to go a little more?
No,
Warren?
I think you saw it last. I don't even remember who they played 2 weeks ago. Jalen Warren will be the guy get a majority.
They
of
played
Najee
the
will
Ravens.
win.
No, when they beat them.
Yeah, that's who it was. The Ravens.
Yep.
Was it the Ravens?
Yeah.
It's the right decision. It's the right decision. Anybody who has had Najee Harris in fantasy over the last few years knows it's the right decision. All right, next up, Cardinals had to play the Seahawks. Seahawks are 7.5-point favorite. Is this a clean sweep? Show me your hands. Clean sweep.
Does Geno win comeback player of the year because of the like they lost to the Bengals and they win this week, or is it because of week one? I'm just wondering what the comeback is.
They made
is
new thing is comeback player of the week.
Yeah, I was
Geno
gonna say,
said the word.
Oh, I like it. Sweep.
All right, this is a clean sweep.
And wait, before we move off the Cardinals,
Yep.
Kyler Murray.
I was gonna say, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead then, boss.
No, Mr. Murray, who doesn't read his playbooks, doesn't study his playbooks, is activated. Is this the activation of the practice window?
Yeah, the practice window.
21-day practice window has been open for that man. We'll
Is
see.
he gonna
The
play
Josh
this
Dobbs
year,
era ending too soon.
Dobbs, yeah, it's over. Dobbs, it's all over. Sorry.
I mean, we'll see. We don't know if he's gonna. If they might just keep him off.
For
Why
the year.
activate
So
the window then? Why not just not open the window up?
So what's the 3 weeks?
He's 5'8" as shit.
So
he said he misses football, and maybe this is what gets him turned around. But
football doesn't miss him, so it's fine. It's garbage.
So if he comes back after 3 weeks, let's say practice window, we do the full 3 weeks here. Without him, you've got Seahawks, Ravens, and Browns.
maybe not bring him
that's such
back.
malpractice if they bring him back against the Ravens or the Browns. That's terrible.
Very bad.
He's setting that man up for failure. Not that I think he's gonna like. I'm not a huge Kyler Murray fan, but I don't think he's great. But yeah, you can't bring him back.
You're saying don't kill him.
But they can bring him back, right? But they don't have to start.
They have to activate him. They have to activate him in the 21 days. If they don't activate him in the 21 days because they open the window, they cannot activate him for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
He goes
so that's why they can have him there be the number 2, but not play as long as he's active.
Like I said, it doesn't make any sense why you would start the window now because you're about to enter like probably one of their rougher stretches of the season. I would assume.
He re-aggravate something.
But that's why I say you don't open the window. It doesn't make any sense.
No, but maybe behind the scenes, maybe it makes sense to them. Maybe they're saying we don't want him to play this year, so let's activate it, and we'll say he tweaks something, and then he'll be out.
But you don't even have to say anything. You don't have to open the window. You can just be like, he had a setback. He's going to be out longer. You don't have to ever open the window. Why bring the publicity?
I agree with you
and draw attention to it. It doesn't make any sense.
I would throw him out the fucking window. with the rest of the garbage.
All right. Next up, another great matchup. Packers head to Denver to play the Broncos. The Packers are a 1.5-point favorite here against Russell Wilson and the gang. Not Russell Westbrook. No? Nobody congratulates. Hey, Steve, good job with that.
You didn't see that picture I sent you the other day? Just for you.
That was great.
Who did we start with last time? I don't know, but we're going to start with Anthony on this one. Packers, Broncos.
I will take the Cheeseheads.
Little Packers.
Packers
Timmy?
for me too. Yep, I'm going with the Packers.
Yep, go Pack, go.
Oh, really, Dave?
Yeah, I got off the...
Like fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, fool me 17 weeks in a row. I'm okay. Clearly, the Broncos or Sean Payton is either acting like what's this guy that played him in that movie, or he's just tanking to get.
They're tanking.
They look just awful. It just doesn't make sense how bad they look.
So bad. All right. Next up is the final game of the afternoon session on Sunday. It's the Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs are a 5.5-point favorite. Chargers did it again. They found a way to lose the football game.
Snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
That's right, baby. I'm going to Chiefs here in Arrowhead. Timmy, I get thumbs up from you. That's another Chiefs thing. Dave is definitely mulling this.
I think it's a sweep. Oh, maybe
Dave
not.
is really thinking.
This feels like the stupid game the Chargers would win.
They do beat. It does feel like they beat the Chiefs at least once every year.
Yeah, and I feel like they need to do something because they're right now on the brisk of just falling
Yeah,
off.
they need to fire their coach. That's what they need to do.
How do you have such talent and be shit every year?
The curse.
How do you hire a defensive coach and allow him to coach for 3 years and your defense has gotten progressively worse every year?
Well, I meant offense. You have Herbert, Eckler, Williams, Allen. You have all these guys. It's like, how do you suck so bad? How is that even possible?
You know, it's funny. We were talking the other day about how, as a Dolphins fan, I really wanted the Dolphins to hire Dayball 2 years ago. I really thought the Chargers were going to fire Staley and hire McDaniel because of what he would bring to that system, just a new offensive mind to work with Herbert. Obviously, that didn't happen. They still have Staley. Dayball goes to New York. We hire McDaniels, excuse me. But yeah, I always thought he was actually going to be the guy that ended up in Los Angeles, but that did not happen.
There's a funny video going on. I don't know what show this was on or what. It's McDaniels and the story about how he found out about Cheetah and how he heard about it. He was like, "Holy crap!" And then he said, "This is why I'm not a GM, because I would have said take everything." For him. And then I guess when he, I don't know if he, this part I'm not sure on if he talked to the Cheetah or if he was talking to the GM, but he was like trying to sell it, and he was like, no, this is done. He's here. He was like, he's like, that's the one non-quarterback that you go all in for.
He was talking to Chris Greer. I saw that.
Okay. I just saw it today. Cool. Yeah. So that as geeky and nerdy as he is, it was a funny story. See, I'm giving credit where it's due today, and I'm getting nothing but backlash. Philly talk,
genius is what he
76 and genius.
I love that nerdy little fuck.
Dork and a half.
I'm going Chiefs, by the way.
Go Chiefs, okay.
Yeah,
see, we gave you that moment to think it over.
I'd rather not trust the Chargers and their plant of a fan on Monday night.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, she was very over the top with it, and then and they made her the profile picture right on social media.
No, but what he's talking about is she's a plant because the picture of her in another uniform, the Vikings, right?
The Vikings, yeah.
Yes.
Purple people eater.
Fucking ridiculous.
I knew it was fake because no one roots for those teams. So,
well, they don't got real fans, right? The Chargers, they're all still in San Diego.
They're all. It's all the other teams.
I didn't know if that was a Cowboy game or a Charger. I had no idea.
I'm not gonna lie.
Going on.
I heard them say it was at SoFi, and there were like 3 or 4 times throughout the game. I was like, "Man, did they renovate? AT&T? What's going on?" Oh shit, they're in LA. Damn.
Big screen. Where'd it go? All right, now Sunday night. This is the game of the week, ladies and gents. This is the Miami Dolphins heading up to Philadelphia to play the Eagles.
Is this the Sunday night game? I thought it was a 4 o'clock game.
Maybe
I see it as a Sunday night game.
Flexed up.
Oh shit! It did get flexed up. It is Sunday night. My bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't even see that.
All right. The Eagles are a 2.5-point favorite here. This is a tough one. I mean, if you go based on what we've seen the Dolphins do and what the Eagles have kind of, I know that they're 5-1. So it's tough to say that they're not playing up to their potential, but they haven't. So do they get up for this game? Is there anybody that can stop? Nobody can stop the Cheetah. The man's out of control. And like Stephen A was trying to say, but was being proved on wrong back there. I mean, you can't dump it off 5 yards and Tyreek will take it the next 80 or whatever. But Tua, I will say that the real game changer for the Dolphins is Cheetah, because you're getting. I hear the stuff being said that Tua is only good because of what he's got, but Tua is getting all this practice in at the deep bombs now. That was one of his points of contention there. But when you got somebody who can give you 10 yards of space, you can practice your skills. perfect your craft, and I think that's what's going on right now. I want the Dolphins to win. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. Going with Dolphins here Sunday night. Doing it. Talk myself into it. Anthony, who you got?
So just to piggyback on you talking about Cheetah and I'm not trying to say anything negative there or anything like that. The Dolphins actually lead the league in rushing right now, and they don't even just lead the league in rushing. They have 191 more rushing yards than the second closest team. They have 2 running backs in the top 7 in rushing yards so far this season, and one of them has only played in.
They're part of the
games.
track team. They're part of the Miami track team.
Yeah. With all of that said, I do not like the fact that the Eagles are coming off of a loss. I actually think the Eagles win. I think this is a loss for us. I hope they don't lose, but I've said to you guys many times, I will pick it how I see it, and I think we lose this game in Philly Sunday night.
Where?
That's it's in I think it's in Philadelphia.
Where? In Philly?
Did you? I believe so.
Nobody else is allowed to pick the Eagles.
I think it was last night. They had a Sixers preseason game. Was it a Sixers preseason game? A Flyer? No. It was a Flyers game, a baseball game, and the Eagles had played early. I don't fucking know what day it was. They had like 120. For anyone that doesn't know, at Philadelphia, the way that their stadium situation is Citizens Bank, the Link, and Wells Fargo all sit in like they share a parking lot essentially, and they're right next to each other. They had like 150,000 people there the other night, and they said it was a madhouse trying to get from like one place to another.
150 people from 150,000 people from Philadelphia.
I'm not
Listen,
so I'm not
that could
gonna
have
lie.
been the Bane moment.
I've peed in that parking lot.
I'm not. I will say this. So for me, obviously, I grew up in South Florida. I've grown up rooting for South Florida sports teams, which means we don't have any real fans for any of our teams. It's true. I did get a chance to go. I have a very close friend of mine is like a diehard Philly fan. He grew up there. I got a chance to go to Philly for opening day for the Phillies this year. I will say this. I was born in the wrong city. There's no way, as diehard of a sports fan as I am, that I should be fucking stuck with this South Florida and their shitty ass fans. It's fucking disgusting. Just to see, there were people that were tailgating at the Phillies home opener, a baseball game, at like 8 in the morning. Are you kidding me? Dolphins tailgates, they don't even start till the game kicks off usually.
That's right.
Half the people don't even go in the fucking stadium.
Let alone the Marlins.
Oh,
Half
forget
the people
about
there are tailgating and don't even know there's a football game going on. They're just there to drink.
We're just here for the food.
They're like, UM is playing, right? Is that Hurricanes?
Go Canes.
These lunatics, fucking Bills, they're out there at fucking 5, 6 a.m.
Yep, I'm telling you, I was born in the wrong city, man. I should have been born in one of these cities with like a real fan base.
The last time I went, though, I was like, "What time are you gonna go to the stadium?" I don't know, about 6. I said 6. The game starts at 1. But yeah, but we gotta get to like a good spot. And I said, "Listen, you go at 6. I'll take a cab and I'll meet you there at like 12:30."
So when I was younger, the same friend who's from Philly, every time the Eagles would come to town, we'd always go to the Dolphins-Eagles game, and we would tailgate. And we would get there. I think the lots back then used to open at like 9 a.m. We would literally be the first car in line at 9 a.m. to tailgate. And I kid you not, we'd get there and we'd get into tailgate, and there was like maybe like 80 people in the parking lot.
Yeah,
and I'm not even exaggerating.
And I'm sure more of them were like Philly fans.
A lot more Eagles fans than Dolphins fans. Their fan base travels incredibly well.
A lot of Donovan McNabb jerseys out there.
A lot of Jason Kelsey jerseys now too. That one's crazy.
He just broke the consecutive games played mark for the Eagles.
For the Eagles
at center.
Thanks, Taylor Swift.
Ron Kelsey.
No, the whole Kelsey family's benefiting from her.
Oh yeah.
Well, did you see the Fox opening last week?
No,
they did. I know we can find it somewhere. It said she did this, she did that. She is the star of this. They're talking about Kelsey's mother. It wasn't.
I did see that one. Yeah.
They made you think it was
Donna
about
Kelsey.
Taylor,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It was about fucking Donna Kelsey. I was like,
Yeah,
you
that's
got to
pretty
be
funny.
shitting
It's like,
me.
oh, is she gonna be at the game?
Yeah,
And it's
where
like,
is she?
she's like, of course
where's
I
she
am.
gonna? Yeah, where's she gonna sit? Who's she gonna? You know, she's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna be there. Hi, Travi, I love you. Oh
Travi.
my god.
on their podcast this week, they jokingly, I mean, Captain Obvious, it was like, I think they might be overdoing it on the coverage. Yeah, you think so? You think? And they were talking about, you know, that tight end shot where she was talking to the dad, to their dad, and
Oh yeah,
they were
that
just
was funny. I listened
they were-
to it today.
Did you listen to it? Yeah, they were
Yeah.
talking. Oh my god, she's dad's got her. Oh my god, you know, I feel bad. She's trapped with him. You know, with mom, it's okay. You know, it's a wonderful conversation. With dad, no, not so much.
It was pretty funny.
I wouldn't even know what to say to her. Honestly, it's like, hey,
What does the dad say to her? Like, what
Hey,
do you talk to?
You're a singer, huh? Awesome. I'd be like Chris Farley.
Be like, so you got the.
Remember that time you were on SNL? Yeah, that was awesome. That's it. That's all I can say.
Remember that time you were holding Travis Kelce's hand?
Yeah,
That was cool.
That's cool. So what
As
is?
you put your hair back?
What does Selena Gomez smell like? You know, what am I don't know.
Oh man! All right, back to the game here. So I think we're still missing Dave and Tim. Dolphins, Eagles. Dave, who you got?
I'm actually gonna side with Anthony. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles on this one.
So what a shocker! If I
It's gonna be the big test for the Dolphins because I know. I mean, I haven't publicly said this, but I feel like all the teams they've beaten have been, like the one team that they really like can give you some challenges they lost to, which was the Bills. Everyone else has been like not that great. So I think this will be the big test for them. But after a loss and in Philadelphia, I think the Eagles might take this one.
Yeah, you're right. It's a big test because there are other, big tests that was going to be. It's now in Germany in a neutral field. It was going to be in KC, but so Timmy.
You guys should have warned me. I look like a fucking Gary Busey mugshot. But all right. Actually, I agree with everything you guys said. So I'm actually going to go Eagles at home in the stink.
Because you all got to pick Philadelphia on this
on this Philly day.
I am going
Philly day on the podcast.
I am going strictly because they're at home and in this stink. That's all I'm going for.
All right. Last but not least, 49ers on Monday night, 7-point favorites heading to Minnesota. Debo seems like he's going to play. McCaffrey, no. Purdy.
Those are my fucking fantasy.
We're giving Purdy another week here. But let's
Nope.
all right.
Nope. I gave him a week. He fucked it.
Wait, he can't bounce back?
No, it's done.
That's it. All right.
It's been decided.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm going with the 49ers pretty easily here. McCaffrey or not, or no McCaffrey. Let's go backwards this time.
Oh,
Dave.
Yes. I'm going Niners. I'm a little disappointed that I made a trade for Steve's cousin, and it doesn't look good for me right now.
You didn't look at the schedule before you made the deal?
No, I just was like, I need a quarterback, and Jordan Love isn't it. Watson's always hurt.
Well, but don't feel bad. I've got a league where I might have to start Josh Dobbs this week. So,
oh my god,
unbelievable.
Yep.
You
are in that league. You are forced to roster two quarterbacks. My two quarterbacks are Dak Prescott, who's on a bye, and Deshaun Watson. So Josh Dobbs, come on, Josh Dobbs, come on down.
Going Josh Dobbs. Is this a sweep here? It's in Minnesota. 7 point. Okay, there it is.
Doesn't matter.
Little Minnesota.
They could play here on the lake, on the waters of Lake Minnetonka, and it's not going to save the Vikings here. So.
Unless Nessie comes out.
Per Scotland, man.
That is
Scotland.
It. Scotland.
Not Lake Minnetonka.
Scotty.
That's Prince.
Scotland.
Prince will come out of the waters before Nessie will. Prince is a ghost.
Oh man! All right, those are our picks for week 7. We'll see what happens. 12-3 last week. 12-3. I should have bet all of that. I didn't. All right, so that wraps it up for us. This was our evening with sports talk here tonight. Let's go round robin before we head on out here. We'll start with Mr. Pfizer's travel agent right there.
I'll get a little piece of my Marlins rant out of the way. As was widely reported, I'm not going to try and butcher her name, but the Marlins general manager and the team agreed to part ways this week after she took a pathetic franchise and took them build a playoff roster. She stepped down because the franchise was trying to put someone over the top of her, essentially stripping her of her powers, even though she had obviously had a phenomenal first season with the team. And this is like the same old story that we have gone over with this team for as long as I can remember. Anything that seems like a decent or good thing that is going to happen with this team gets totally fucked by ownership. And it's the same shit, just, new owner, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, that's why it's whatever. I'm so done with that franchise. They're a joke. Just move them somewhere else. Let them go to Oakland or some shit.
Yeah, she built a roster that got to the playoffs without much of anything from their ace.
Without anything, you did not much of without anything from their
yeah,
ace.
he had just a couple of Sandy Alcantara like starts, but outside of that, he was up near 4.5, 5 ERA all year, and then he was shut down, and they still made the playoffs, and that's what happens here, huh?
It was like a domino effect with them because now they lost him for all of next year.
Yeah,
now this
and this that was I read all the stories. Everybody was stunned by that move and how the Marlins went about doing it. So yeah, I don't know. So
what were they stunned about? Like, this is the most predictable thing that could have happened.
Well, that they thought that the Marlins were turning a page within baseball. They were.
You know how many times I've heard that shit in the last 30 years? The
Fool me
Marlins
17 times.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It's the fool me once situation because we thought like, oh, once they built a new stadium, spent all that money, okay, they turned the new page. No. Then they got Jeter. Right. They turned the new page. No. It's just
Maybe they're like
signed Carlos Delgado in the offseason. They turned him traded him away immediately.
Maybe they're like on opposite
go
time.
all the way back.
Like they're opposites. Like, whoa, we're doing good. We gotta fuck this up quick. Why are we doing good here? We gotta change this
against the plan.
Yeah.
In good news, boss, look, I'm gonna compliment you. The Mets won't be in fourth next year.
Correct.
We
got that one on lock.
Thank you. We'll see now because immediately because the Mets need a GM, immediately went to that. But if she didn't want somebody over her here, I don't know that she would want that somewhere else because the Mets have a baseball president of president operations. Really, president of baseball. Wow, how dyslexic of me. President of baseball operations. Yes. So we'll see. But we'll talk about more about that next week as we continue to proceed through the playoffs and action begins to start to be able to take place within the next couple of weeks. Bryce Harper's conditioner, Timmy T. What you got on the way out here?
That's right. I make that hair silky and smooth. So I'm blowing in the wind.
Stupid hair.
Blowing in the wind so freely in the Philadelphia night.
No, Don't you write anything for that bastard. Don't you dare.
You have to write a song now. It's required.
You should have said nothing. I wouldn't even think about it.
He's not worthy.
I think I'll write him a haiku about his hair. No, we didn't really talk hockey that much, but I'm very excited that it's back. I've enjoyed watching the first couple games that I've got to watch. And don't forget, NHL package is free if you have that, by the way, option. Free for the first week, which is awesome. I might watch some West Coast hockey now. And my commercial is still running on MSC, so go look for it. I've had several people say, I saw your commercial. I was like, really? That's fucking cool. I really still played after all these years.
Awesome. Why not?
You need that royalty check, Timmy.
Oh, my God. Give me a ticket to a game, something. Shit.
Also, if you get ESPN Plus, you also get basically every hockey.
That's what I use.
So,
yeah,
ESPN Plus for hockey. That's what I use.
They got me back into hockey I gotten back into it, but last year, was it last year, the first year that they started doing that? The year before, whatever the first year, what
I want to say it was 2 years ago.
2 years
I
ago?
wanna say it was
Okay.
2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what got me. It just the ability to be able to just sit down and turn on the Rangers game. It's just gets people
But
back
see,
into
but that's not even the best part. It's the fact that you can turn it on and watch the local feeds of the
it.
games.
Yes.
You can watch the regional coverage. That's my favorite part of it because like I'll still watch like the Predators games, and I'll always go to the Nashville feed to watch those games.
Yeah. That's in baseball you could do that. That should be standard across the board now. We're here. All right.
Absolutely.
Mello. Look at this.
You're not gonna say my headline? Come on.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia, huh?
That it is the way it's looking like today. I don't really have any parting words, except go Phillies. This will be what if they win it again? That's what another team from the NL East that's won the World Series before another team. The one team that hasn't won in how long?
I've always been very nice to you, Mello. I've always.
I think that would actually mean that every team's won twice since then.
Save that for Terzio. Save that for Terzio. Wait for Terzio to come on.
Is that
This is
right?
like
No,
friendly
not the
fire,
Nationals.
unnecessary
Not
friendly
the
fire.
Nationals. I'm sorry.
Nationals won
Nationals
once.
only won one. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Only.
That's it. I see. You know what happened? I once again forgot the Nationals were in the NL East. I once again just totally forgot the Nationals
You
existed.
forgot they're a franchise, let alone what the division
I
they're in.
did. Braves, Mets, Marlins, and Phillies. That's it. There's no other team there.
Is this only 4?
You're like Kramer. Kramer, you can't remember that guy, Kitzmiller? He goes, your name is Kitzmiller. He didn't. The Nationals, right?
Oh yeah, Washington. the guys, the artists formerly known as the Expos. That's right.
That's right. The Expos. The them of the 2000 people in attendance. Expos. All right, Five Nights at Freddy's is a big one right now for us on the site. Lots of contests, lots of giveaways in a ton of different cities. Thankfully not Philadelphia, but the next one that I put up will be Atlanta. It's just unbelievable. It's just I can't get away from any of these damn teams. We are also going to be our very first giveaway for a play. We're giving away some passes for. Now, pardon this, but I didn't see the first one. I don't know anything about it. Just not my thing. But Menopause the Musical 2. Cruising
2.
I didn't know that could happen twice.
The subtitle is Cruising Through the Change. So that's the play. We're gonna give away 5 sets of tickets in Davie and in Aventura. And those are happening in November. I like that little play out music.
Yeah.
Is that really the name of the play?
Yeah, Menopause the Musical Part 2. Is that a song from the musical?
No.
You
don't know what song this is?
I can't.
He doesn't know. That's why it's funny.
It's even better.
Is this the stupid theme song to the stupid show that I've never seen? Okay, that's great.
If you watch it, you'll love it.
That's why I will never watch that stupid show.
No, you have to watch it.
And you know what? Now I hate the movie Philadelphia. Now I hate Tom Hanks.
You hate gays? Oh my god!
We started the show with Steve attacking people's children.
I know. Now he's attacking gays with AIDS.
I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong square here. I'm in the wrong angle here. All right.
He's gonna get us canceled.
Steve, not only do you have to watch Always Sunny, but you have to watch the Phillies episodes because those are fantastic. The gang goes to the World Series.
No, absolutely not. Trolls band together. That's another one. That's
Mello's movie.
Mello. That's screening. Make your plans now. That screening is going to take place on Saturday. It's going to be a Saturday screening, of course, for the kids. It's a kids. Oh wait, now I can't go.
No, I'm gonna go, but I'm saying like for the kids. This movie's not for the kids. This is for like
what
the '90s folks. For the kids, they're not gonna understand this movie.
Saturday, November 11th at 11 a.m. right there in Miami,
Sunset?
North Miami, Aventura. So
That is not Miami. Don't say that. I was excited.
You got any in
I was like,
Orlando?
sunset.
We do. We absolutely will have Orlando. You can take your whole troop there. We'll figure it out. Timmy, no, nothing in New York.
In New York. November
Is
11th.
that still the theme song?
No.
Trumpets. Cool. No.
All
All right. Off the rails here. That'll do it for us this week on Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Off the rails from start to finish. I think I got to move back to my spot next week.
I thought this was our best
off.
episode yet.
Hashtag Steve hates gays. Just want to put that out there. And AIDS.
I do hate
And
AIDS.
apparently wants
I
to
do.
attack people's children. It's terrible.
Children, I don't like any Phillies kids. And I curse Bryce Harper's firstborn,
Two
secondborn,
of-
thirdborn, fourth
Two
born.
of our most beloved actors, Denzel and Tom Hanks. And Steve fucking hates the both of them.
All right, everybody. Peace out. Until next week. Peace.